Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Rao. I'm your host, and I'm here with Eric Gilliland at the Audubon Country Club here in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's get right into this week's question. This one comes in from Thomas. And he says, whenever I use a driver or long distance iron, I can never hit the ball far or straight. Do you think you can help me? I love your podcast so much. It has helped me improve my game greatly. Well, thank you very much. And in fact, send us an email and thank these guys, because these are the pros. I just pretend to be one of these. I don't even pretend. I can't even do that. So, Eric, how are we going to resolve this?
Well, we picked your question, Thomas, because you were so kind to us. Anytime we get compliments, that really makes the question stand out. So we appreciate that. But you asked a big question. There's a lot going on here about hitting long irons and longer clubs, including the driver far and straight. So buckle your seatbelt. We'll cover a lot of stuff in this.
Well, we'll be doing that in just a moment. Now, Thomas, just remember, for your participation, you get the official Bionic glove. It's that easy. If you'd like to participate in this podcast with us, all you have to do is send us an email, podcast@bionicgloves.com. Make sure you have the question, your name, your full mailing address, whether you're right or left-handed, and what size you wear. You can do all that. And hey, as a bonus, if you can leave feedback on iTunes and YouTube, and compliment us, hey, those are all the things that we'd like to see. So you do all those things plus the bonus, we'll hopefully get your question in here. And please leave your feedback on iTunes and YouTube. Tell all your golf buddies about us as well. Now let's go join Eric on the course to see how we can resolve this issue with long irons.
Okay, Thomas, we're out here and I'm actually holding a wedge. I know your question addressed the longer clubs, but I'm going to give you a drill that'll allow you to work on getting the club face square and should let you hit all your clubs straighter. I've got a golf ball here, and what I'm going to do is set my feet close together. And I've got the club face square to my target, meaning the face of the club is pointed out where I'm trying to hit the golf ball. In this drill, you want to take the club back slowly to what we'll call a 9 o'clock position. And that means that my left arm is straight and my club is set at a right angle to my left arm. So this is the position I want to achieve in the backswing. As I bring the club down, I want to square the club face once again, hands leading the club head, so that my club face is once again pointed at the target. And then in the through swing, I want to achieve that right angle again. I've referenced this drill in a couple of other podcasts, and I think it's important that we focus on it here to work on hitting the ball straight. So the full motion would look like this. Just like that. You can hit a number of balls. I'd love to see you hit 50 to 100 golf balls on the practice range, just trying to get the ball started at your intended target line. Once you've accomplished that, then pull out your longer iron. Here I have a 4-iron. And I'll show you how the positions are the same in a full swing. Then I'll go to a full backswing, back to the impact position, to here, and up. If I achieve those positions in my golf swing through the hitting area, I'm very likely to hit a straight golf shot. Now, we're talking about distance as well in this podcast, and I want to make sure that we can achieve that as well. If you reference a podcast from last year on drivers, one of the first ones we ever did, we talk about relaxing the right hand grip pressure. Well, as you get into longer clubs, whether they be a long iron, a hybrid, a driver, you tend to get a little tense. Players tend to really tense up their arms. You can see the way Chaz has me in here nice and tight. I want to relax. I'm not trying to get this shot over with. I want to be very comfortable over the golf ball. So if I tense up, I'm not going to hit the ball far, and I most certainly won't hit it straight. So relax and don't swing as though you're trying to get the shot over with. Low and slow going back through the positions that we discussed to try to hit it straight, and accelerate as you reach the hitting area. This is where the club speeds up. If your right hand grip pressure is relaxed, the club will speed up through the hitting area and and you'll both hit it long and straight. Now, if the long irons are causing you trouble, consider putting a hybrid golf club in the bag. I have one here. The way they're constructed allows you to hit the ball straighter and most certainly longer. They're built physically longer than the corresponding iron. So if you're looking at replacing a 4-iron with a hybrid, consider a club that would be a 4-iron replacement. And the reason they're much easier to hit is because they have more weighting to the heel and the toe. The club face will tend to square up better, as we described earlier. So if you make a little bit of an error in that backswing that we talked about, this club's going to be a little bit more forgiving. And it's also built to be longer and a little bit easier to hit out of the rough. And here we are with the 4-iron that I showed you the critical positions with. I'm going to set up to it. I'm going to be very deliberate in my backswing, as I mentioned, not trying to get the shot over with, but being smooth through the hitting area. That's what it should look like. So, Thomas, hopefully those will help you out a little bit, both with your straightness and your distance. But if you have any trouble at all with this, contact your local PGA professional or look back at some of our other podcasts. We'd love to help you out through that means. Take care.